How you doing, guys? It's Dan. I wanted to do a video today just to give you an update on growing the window cleaning business or side of the business from scratch. So I've been sharing some of the information as I've been going, and last week I met someone who's got a business that's quite a bit, well, not quite a bit, significantly further along than where I'm at. And I think that meeting has probably saved me, well, it's definitely saved me at least 10 grand. So I had this idea that in order to get more customers, what I was going to do was I was going to spend more money on marketing. And as soon as I said that, the chap that I met, Mark, instantly said, be careful, basically. And the main bottleneck in my business, or error in my business right now, is conversion rate. So if you're new to the window cleaning business or exterior cleaning business, you might want to take a look at that metric. And if you're not tracking it, it might be something you might want to start tracking. So my conversion rate was 26%. I've got a 26% conversion rate. I was very happy with my pricing. Pricing means that I'm profitable delivering the service. And my solution to getting more customers was, let me just spend more money on marketing. Now, that might have been a good idea, but someone who's a bit further along suggested maybe I should improve that conversion rate. The bottleneck that was identified was the call answering. So one of the things that I was quite heavily reliant on, and by the way, I'm sharing this with you just in case you might fall into some of these traps, or you might potentially fall into them. So I quite like technology. You might have seen we've got like the pressure washing calculator, and we like making tools and things like that. We now have the window cleaning calculator as well. But what we were doing was we weren't always picking up the phone, and we were relying mostly on our online booking feature. So we have this feature on our website where people are able to get their quote online. So what was happening was when people are calling up our business and we can't pick up the call, we're using some automation to lead them down a certain path and prompt them to basically get a quote using our online tool, completely forgetting that if someone phones your business, they probably want to speak to someone. So in this video, I basically want to show you how we've overcome this issue, or how we're planning to overcome this issue, and it's with using a call answering service. Now, in the past, I've used call answering services, and I think they're as good as the information that you give them. So in this video, I want to show you how to create like a flowchart so that you can give it to your call answering service, and maybe some of the things to consider before outsourcing your call handling. So when you're out like working away, it can be really distracting to just be constantly picking up the phone. And especially if you're getting quite a lot of phone calls, it can just be a little bit too much and distracting in part of your day. So my girlfriend, she'll basically pick up the calls and manage most of the inquiries. Now, she can't always pick up the calls. Sometimes we're on holiday, sometimes we're busy, things like that. So when you're looking to take on a call answering service, they're going to want to know under what conditions you want them to work under. So, for example, do you want them to be able to give the client to give your customers quotes over the phone, or do you just want them to do a basic message answering service? So do you want them to just be able to take a message, take contact information, take a message, and then let them know that you'll give them a call back at the end of the day? Do you want the call answering service to be able to price at work on the phone by basically answering some basic series of questions. If you've got all your pricing all transparent and you know what your pricing is, do you want them to do that? And then do you want them to have access to your CRM or your calendar to be able to like book jobs and appointments directly onto your calendar? So like, if you ever wanted to use a call answering service to relieve that bottleneck in your business, it's worth knowing exactly in what capacity you want to use a call answering service. So for us, the main ways that we want to use a call answering service is for them to basically pick up the call, understand the nature of the call. So, you know, is it a new quote? Is it residential or commercial? And then based on the nature of the call, we get the call answering service to do different functions. So this is just like the basic example, but you might want to build upon it a little bit more. So like exactly what conditions you want the call answering service to like work under. So I've actually just got it printed out here, just to give you like an idea of maybe what you could create yourself. What kind of, you might want them to categorize the call. Is it a residential quote that you're able to deliver a quote easily over the phone, or is it a commercial one where you just want them to be able to take some basic information so that you can then follow up with them? And you can use a service like it's called Lucidchart or lucid.app, and it allows you to create your own flowcharts and like map out all of your processes. So if you were thinking of like using a call answering service to maybe improve your conversion rate, because I think that this is a big thing that other small businesses will struggle with, is picking up the phone. So if you are looking to, if your conversion rate is low, there could be a possibility that you're it's not like picking up the phone. It's like a customer experience thing. And I believe that that's what the issue, well, that is, I'm pretty confident that was the issue with our business. We'll use this service and, I'll let you guys know how that improves our conversion rates over time. But if you're looking to use a call answering service, the way that I'm looking to use a call answering service today is a lot different to how I was using it in the past. It's having an idea of what your pricing is, how to price the work, and under what conditions you want the call answering service to actually operate under. So another cool tool that we've started using is a tool called Typeform. And Typeform is like a survey sort of builder. And we've been able to use this as a way for the call answering service to basically categorize the call and save all of the customer information in one place. And basically how it works is it captures various different information about the client that comes in. So someone's phoning you, hello, it's Mandy, I want my windows cleaned. When the call answering service uses the form, they're able to categorize the request, and then based on some basic information about the house, they're able to generate quotes over the phone. Now, you can use all of these different tools to basically assist you in building a systematic way of processing your inquiries the same way each and every time. So just to give you an idea of sort of how it works, is you have basically like different screens, and what you can do is create different screens to capture different information. So you capture all the information about, the person that's phoning. You can set it so you can like categorize the intent of the inquiry, and then based on how their intent, essentially, you can use some logic in the back end to basically segment the inquiry based on the decisions that they make when they're on the call. And using tools like this allow you to capture the information in the way that you want. So if you are looking to use any tools, for example, maybe the bit of advice, or actually rather the advice, the bit that I've personally learned is that you have to answer the phones yourself first, and then once you know how you want to answer the phone, you have to delegate that. And then if that delegation breaks, which in our case is the call answering, because we're not always able to pick up the calls, then has only then forced me personally to add systems to my business so that then another group of people can answer the phone for me. So yeah, these are my lessons. This is the recent bottleneck that I found in my business, which is call answering. And yeah, it's so interesting. I would highly recommend, if you have someone who's further along in their business than you are, see them, speak to them, pay for their time, do whatever you can to be in front of them, because even though you think, because this is a version of me now, even though I think that, I know it, which is like an arrogance or ego type thing, other people, by asking you questions, can see, what's written on the outside of the bottle, so to speak, so that they can identify things that are just so glaringly obvious, like picking up the phone, as the obvious way to improve your business. So yeah, the message of this video is identify what the bottlenecks are. If you can't identify the bottlenecks, like you seem to be stuck somewhere, speak to somebody else that knows, that's further ahead than you. Be open, share with them. Maybe someone who doesn't have a conflict of interest. You can't really ask your competition, someone who's in your area, who's in the same industry, they've got a conflict of interest. Speak to someone outside of your area or something like that. But anyway, going off on a tangent here. So I'm sharing bits and bobs about my business. If you enjoyed this video, see you next time.